What's going on, everybody? Man, Nick Wilson, sportsman here at halftime of this Bucs Giants game, and I got to put my glasses on for this one because I still can't believe this score right now. Unbelievable. Apparently, Tom Brady is a problem playing in the Meadowlands or just playing against the Giants. I'm not sure which one it is, but Giants are up 14-6 over Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, listen, we know it's a four-quarter game. Todd Bowles took their best punch. He's going to come back and rebound, but I am just surprised at where this score currently is. Let me get my man Michael Caratanudo in here, Believe in the Pac-12 podcast, because Mike, man, what is going on, brother?
Look,
You up
man,
here?
I just got to say, over the airways,
Go ahead.
congrats to your Eagles. I will say that. First and foremost because I thought we were going to win, but when you don't get into the end zone at all, you can't win it in the NFL. It's weird. But congrats to the Eagles. But for tonight's game, my man, Jason Garrett finally learned how to call plays. I mean, look at Daniel Jones, and you know me. We've ripped on, the Giants are the one team in our division. And again, I'm not going to say, Washington, I know defensively has had injuries, but I mean, they're kind of mailing it in and stuff like that. But that being said, the Giants are the one team I said, everybody said Joe Judge, no experience, special teams. This team has not quit on him. Whether it's helped having the clapper, Jason Garrett around, they've played the best out of all the teams in the division. The record might not reflect it, and that's well, it's not fine for them. But I mean, Daniel Jones, the receiver, what's his name, didn't
Evan
turn
Ingram,
around.
which
I
one?
couldn't believe it on that end zone play. Yeah. He didn't get his head around. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, he put it. You were behind the DB and he couldn't locate the ball. But no, look, I love the way the defense is playing. Of course, you're going to be fired up. But Tom Brady's record in that stadium, 9 or something, yeah, like 9-3, something like So I mean, he was like 8-1 against the Jets, but yeah, struggling against the Giants. I love to see it. I am so stoked. He's got pressures. The Giants have mixed it up. But to your point though, the left side of that offensive line with the rookies, we'll see what that happens in the second half. But I'll tell you what, man, Daniel Jones, that kid is not scared to step up in the pocket.
No, not at all. And he's making the necessary moves, and he's not afraid. I mean, Daniel Jones has shown within his tenure here in the NFL, 2-3 years, whatever it is, this brother is not scared to get loose if he has to, and it doesn't matter who the quarterback is on the other side. As he says, I'm not playing them, I'm playing their defense. But I am just very surprised at how successful the run game of the Giants is tonight against Tampa's defense. That, I mean, last I checked, weren't they first against the run? I mean, they've got to be
second,
top
I
two
think,
or
right
three.
behind Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
They were second, right behind Pittsburgh.
Gallman having a night. Morris having a night. I'm just like, and granted, it's only 7 for 21, 6 for 18, but still, you're getting those necessary yards that for me right now. I'm looking at this and I'm saying to myself, how is this happening? How are the Giants up 14-6?
Right. I will say this: the Bucs have gotten pressures you've seen in the running game on some of those pressures, but Jason Garrett and the line, they've adjusted because they've run by a few of the blitzes. And Todd Bowles loves to put the pressure. He'll mix it up. It's not vanilla from Todd Bowles being out here in Arizona, but just even when he was with the Jets and their defense was carrying the team to that point. But they're running by some of the blitzes. And the one thing is, as I've always heard defensive coordinators say that love to blitz and that want to mix it up, if you run by a few times, that's going to stop the blitzing a little bit. So that could open it up for Daniel Jones if they're able to do that. But the Bucs, they're not there yet. They've gotten their fair share of stuffs. But yeah, I mean, no matter who's with the Giants and Joe Judge, I mean, special teams or not, being around Tom Brady, I mean, he's always struggled against coaches that have been around him for a long time. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
It's been a very it's been a very interesting first half, to say the least. I am excited. I wasn't even going to watch this full game, but now I got to see how this ends. I'm serious. I was figuring at this point the Bucs would be up
No,
like,
I know.
24-7, and they'd be contemplating pulling Brady for the second half of the game, but no, that's not the case. Listen, I want to move away from them because we don't have a lot of time because it's halftime. I want to talk about the three rookie quarterbacks who played yesterday and their phenomenal performances. I mean, 2 out of 3 wins. You got Tua getting his first start in Miami, beating the Rams. Joe Burrows giving Tennessee their first loss. And then say what you want about the kid. Second loss, thank you. Say what you want about the kid. Justin Herbert, he will play till the very end. He doesn't always come up with the W, but I have to admit, for being picks 1, 5, and 6, I think this is one of the few years where I can sit here and say the NFL draft gods, they got it right. And I'm ecstatic for the future. I'll put it to you like that.
Absolutely. I mean, I was a Justin Herbert homer because even when Jake was on and we were talking about, Herbert sliding down and the knocks on his game, I'm like, dude, I've seen the kid play live. Like every quarterback throws picks. Why, and he didn't throw a ton, but I was always big on Herbert. That last pick the pick that he threw yesterday, I mean, it was heartbreaking, but yeah, Tua, I mean, let the defense do it. I mean, Tua stayed within himself, and definitely said, well, not even within himself, within the game plan. And the first punt return for a touchdown the Dolphins get,
Yeah.
and they're on a win streak. And now, but yeah, I mean, Joe Burrow, again, I like what I see. I like what I've seen from him. It'll just be interesting to see. It's about playing catch up with the Steelers, though, and the Ravens. I mean, that game was obviously huge.
I'm not
but,
even
but,
right. I'm not even talking about.
But I'm saying you're right. They got the right quarterback.
Season.
You're right. I mean, I could have went with Justin Herbert number 1, 2, and I think he would still be having that kind of same success in Cincinnati. And just in my eyes, not even because if he would have came out the year before, like you and I talked about, Eric, Herbert probably would have been the number 1 pick over Kyler Murray. So
right.
the card, I
You're
mean,
right.
and I'm not maybe and well with Cliff Kingsbury, I'm just saying the Cardinals could have traded maybe down a little bit and mortgaged a lot of picks for somebody to get Herbert. He would have been in that conversation. So maybe he goes number 2 because again, Kyler Murray, they nailed that pick too as well.
Oh my
that
God!
being
Yeah.
said, but yeah, all those 3 quarterbacks, and again, I want to see a little more from. I mean, again, he came back, he took some hits. The Rams. I mean, who are the Rams, Eric? That's my question to you because not even because I'm out west. Like, yeah, they beat the Cowboys, and I was wondering about that, but they look good. But then, they get down big to Buffalo. The defense starts coming back. Goff starts making plays. Losing to the Niners, a division game, like you and I know, I'll kind of that's not a concerning loss because okay, it's the Niners, it's a division game. They can probably rebound and split, which you'd think they would do. That being said, but you go lose to Miami, and Sean McVay's not the type of coach. And like I said, at the pro level, every time I hear somebody say it, whether it be somebody that covers a team, a reporter asking a coach or a play, like if you at a pro level look past the team, you deserve to lose because you're a moron.
Oh, I agree. So speaking of that, let me ask you because they're about to come back. Do you think the Bucs looked past the Giants and now is karma catching them in the ass right now?
I think so. I mean, a teeny bit because what's the next game? It's next Sunday night against the Saints, which are 2-0 in the division, are in first place, and it's again. But to me, I'm sorry, it's not an acceptable excuse at a pro level because you know how I feel about quarterbacks.
No, I agree.
Or teams
but that's why I'm asking.
Excuses. But yeah, no, I think a little bit, and of course the Giants. I mean, look, Eric, the sad, funny thing of it with our crappy division, as we said yesterday, the Giants are 2 games back. If they win this game, I mean, look, they're about 2 plays away from beating the Cowboys when they played them. They're 1 catch away from basically beating the Eagles. So this is a team that technically, I mean, coulda, shoulda, woulda, could be in first place. They win, they're still only 2 games back with a ton to go. And you go from there. So they're definitely playing for something, as are the Bucs. But yeah, I think it's a lame excuse, but yes, it's human nature. I think they did, and they're getting their teeth punched in. And the Giants' defensive line. I mean, Eric, I know you watched every snap of the Eagles game, but this might be the best half that defensive line has played.
Oh, here he goes. Start of the third quarter, and they're going to try and run it. Oh, God, Mike. Oh, Lord, have mercy. 30. Okay. Whoo, I was getting ready to say. They got him up to the 43-44. Hey, we're going to let this one ride out. Mike, your man, Eric Wilson, Mike Caratanudo, Believe in the Pac-12 podcast, Sports Arena. We will definitely talk to y'all later. Everyone have a great one. Hey, I'm still pulling for the Bucs. Let's hope they get this out, but it's going to be a horrible day tomorrow if the Bucs lose this one in the Meadowlands. But we'll see what happens. Talk to y'all later. Peace.